We're gonna begin this tour at Roosevelt Road's Naval Base. That used to be the post commander's big house with an awesome view to the ocean. That's Port Toot right there. I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you how this place has become after it was closed down. I cannot believe that they decided to keep Fort Buchanan and Camp Santiago over this place. We could have training sites. We could have places to stay. And probably for our veterans, all these houses could have been a good place to be. To live in. There's houses in both sides of the road and into the roads. As you can see, that looks like a urban area. And I work here every day as a police officer, and I can't believe that this place was thrown to waste. And I'm gonna drive about a mile and a half full of houses on both sides. And I'm not kidding when there's houses on both sides. Lots of houses. Abandoned. Vandalism going on everywhere. All the wire and copper has been stolen, so it'll take a lot of money to put them back into living condition. However, they're still there, and there's people out there without houses. They're homeless, veteran homeless, civilian homeless. I'm just disgusted by it, honestly. I pay my taxes. I serve my country as a U.S. Army MP, and I cannot believe that this shit's going on. It's unacceptable. Question is, where is our government? Do they know this is here? Yes, they do. They do know this place is here. We got fields. We got houses. Basketball courts. Middle schools. Hotels. All of this in the Army, whatever. Roosevelt Road's Naval Base. Look, used to be a basketball court right there. And I'm just talking about not even a third of what the U.S., the Roosevelt Road's base is. I keep driving. That's like a recreational area right there. Nice view, huh? Too bad. All this is abandoned. Thrown to waste. But who cares? They're living the dream in their houses, right? All of those that fought so this place would have been shut down, they're all living in their house. They don't care. How many people got unemployed because of this place? Who gives a damn? And this is my video, so I'll be cursing all the way. Fuck. Look, there we begin again. More houses. There are villages like this all over the place. They go for miles and miles. Talking about hundreds of, I'm there to say thousands of houses thrown to waste. What the fuck? So that you know, there's a middle school There's a youth center. There's a hospital. By the way, the hospital still have equipment inside of it that was never used. How is this happening in America? It's like, for real? Why do you keep Fort Buchanan over this place? Again, look, that's the youth center I was talking about. I'm not kidding when I'm saying it. There's these places. There are churches. There are libraries. Not one, but like 3 of them in the whole post. There's some houses still on my left side. I'm not done yet. Talking about 1.5, probably 2 mile worth of houses thrown away. And this is only like a third of what the bay used to be. Look, that's the middle school right there. There are a lot of people on the streets that cannot afford tuition for the kids. And there's a whole freaking middle school thrown to waste. Look. Just make sure you read that sign very well. Roosevelt Road Middle High School. Thrown to fucking waste. That's where my taxes went in the 2006 to 2010 to waste. Fuckers. You know, I wasn't long in the military. However, can't believe that this happened. I know this isn't probably the first video you saw. However, it's one of the most detailed ones. These are the old warehouses, probably where they kept equipment, stuff like that. Thrown to waste. Look, that one doesn't look too old. That one was probably built before this place closed down. There are a lot of places like this all over the base. I'm talking only a third of it. And I'm not wasting my phone's memory on it. Trust me. Look at that. Hotel area. Name Algodones. Shitty name. However, there it was. Look, offices. Buildings like this all over the base. All over. Roosevelt Roads. Thrown to waste. That's like it used to be like a small baseball field. Yes, my English is all fucked up. I know that. Let's go into algodones. Let's see if there's any algodon left. Motherfuckers. That's where your money went, America, to waste. But who cares, right? Who gives a fuck? Well, I do, and I'm pissed about it. Look, Puerto Rico may not be in a state. However, we had the privilege of going in and out of the United States with our freaking passport. And this is what y'all Puerto Rican did to our country. well, to our freaking island. Yeah, these are some of the places that still work. And I'm not talking shit, you know. Well, I'm done with this. I am done. But the base isn't done. It isn't. And maybe, you know what? I feel like showing you a little bit more. Where the commissary used to be, the gas station used to be, the barber shop, VFW. I'm still serious. What I'm telling you, that I'm probably covering only a third. Only a third. Look, this gas station, Autoport. Used to be a naval base, so yeah, there's some shitty names like that. That used to be like a kindergarten, probably. It's got some playground area, church, chapel, whatever. Maybe a movie theater, Caribbean Lanes. Caribbean Lanes. Look! Navy Lounge. That's a full hotel. You know how many people are out there? Navy Lounge. That's the name. You know how many people there are without a house? They could have been fit there. Look, I used to be the PX. Maybe a little bit more than a PX. It's freaking huge. It's a whole mall area. There's some Mickey D's in the background, right there, thrown to waste. Nah, I'm not crying about the Mickey D's. I'm on a freaking diet. So the commissary facilities. There you go, DOD, Department of Defense. That's how you wasted our money. Oh, sorry. It wasn't your fault. It was the Puerto Ricans' fault. Every freaking Puerto Rican that ever fought. So the Marine went out of freaking Puerto Rico. Oh, hey, who cares now, right? They all have a house. They all have employments. But those that worked here, they don't. They do not. I mean, probably they're working again. However, that's all there is. This apartment complex that was never used. It was built probably in 05, maybe 08. And if I'm mistaken, you can correct me. But it was never used. Thrown to waste. Well, I'm done with this. If I keep talking, I'll probably get in trouble. I just leave you a little bit of Roosevelt roads so you can analyze, probably go somewhere to a friend of yours and maybe get this place better function. You know what? Don't mind me. Just keep doing your shit.